Hi students, in this session I am going to teach you periodic classification of elements. In the 9th standard you have already learned what are elements, what are molecules, what are compounds. For your quick revision I will tell you what are elements. Elements are the substances containing atoms of the one type only. When you take the molecule, it will be containing two or more same type of atoms or two or more different types of atoms. Compounds means two or more elements combined together to form a compounds. Now in this class I will teach you periodic classification of elements. There are many elements are there, children, that all the elements we can't able to remember if there is no proper arrangement. So for that purpose what our scientists and all they did, they have arranged the elements. So there are 126 elements are known at present, and it is very difficult to study the properties of all these elements. So all the elements have been divided into a few groups such a way that elements in the same group have similar properties. So when you are grouped together, when you arrange them in the proper group, we can easily study their properties and also we can easily remember them. So very firstly, many scientists are attempts for the classification of elements. In that, Daubernier is also one of the scientists. So in the year 1817, Daubernier tried to arrange the elements with the similar properties into groups. He identified some groups having 3 elements each, so he called these groups are triads. What according to Daubernier said, according to Daubernier, he made the element into a triads, and these triads are called, this triad rule is called as a law of triad. According to Daubernier, he have given the law of triad. What is that law of triad? In that law of triad, he explained that when the elements are arranged in an order of increasing atomic masses, group of 3 elements having similar chemical properties are going to obtain. So this he called as a law of triads. In order of atomic masses, the atomic mass of the middle element was roughly the average of the atomic masses of the other 2 elements. For example, he took the lithium, sodium and potassium and he did a first triad. In this first triad, lithium, he arranged in the increased atomic masses. Lithium have an atomic mass 6.9, sodium have an atomic mass 23 and potassium have 39. Now what he did, children? He calculated the atomic mass of the first and third element, and this will give the rough atomic mass of the middle element. So let me calculate this. So lithium is 6.9 and potassium is 39. By taking an average, it will be roughly around 22.95. This is approximately 23. So this is the atomic mass of the sodium. So children, you understood, this is the first triad. What are the elements are present in the first triad? Lithium, sodium and potassium. What according to the Daubernier, once again I am telling, when the 3 elements of the triads like lithium, sodium, potassium were written in the increasing order of their atomic masses. So 6.9, 23, 39. The atomic mass of the middle element, that means if you consider these 3 elements, the middle element will be sodium. The atomic mass of the middle element was roughly the average atomic masses of the other two elements, that means first and third elements. So like this he arranged three triads. This is the first triad and two more triads are calcium, strontium and barium. Their atomic numbers are 40.1, 87.6 and 137.3. So if you calculate calcium and barium atomic mass, if you take the average atomic mass of calcium and barium atomic mass, then middle element one you are going to get. So we can have a look on that also. 40 calcium atomic mass, you write 40 plus 137.3, take an average upon 2, so you will be getting 88.7. This is approximately equal to 87.6. So this triad also followed his law. So third triad which we have given, that is chlorine, bromine and iodine. What is the atomic mass of chlorine? 35.5 and bromine is 80 and iodine is 127. Same thing he did, 35.5 and 127, he took average of chlorine and iodine, he got atomic mass of bromine. So chlorine is 35.5 plus iodine is 127. So how much we will get? We will be getting 81.2. So what is the atomic mass of bromine? That is 80. So approximately equal. So like this he have given the three triads. So he not only these three triad he have tried, he tried many other triads, but that his law was not applicable to that triads. Say for example, when he took the nitrogen, phosphorus and arsenic. So nitrogen atomic mass is 14 and phosphorus is 31 and arsenic will be 74.9. When he took the average atomic mass of nitrogen and arsenic, phosphorus atomic mass will be not coming. So let me calculate this. So this is the very big drawback of Daubernier. So if you calculate this, 14 plus 74.9, 14 is the nitrogen atomic mass, 74.9 is arsenic, and if you take the average atomic mass of this, it will be around 44.45. It is not equal, not approximately equal also, because phosphorus is 31. Hence his law of triad is limited to the only three triads. So he named these triads into all the three triads he have given the name. So one by one we will study. First one is alkali metal triad. In this alkali metal triad, that will be lithium, sodium and potassium will come. Okay. He explained the triad consisting of lithium, sodium, potassium, and showed that sodium will be having the average atomic mass of lithium and potassium. If you are taking the alkali metal group, so lithium, sodium, potassium, all these elements are metals. All these have valency 1. Even lithium is also having a valency 1, sodium is also having a valency 1, and potassium is also having a valency 1. And these all the elements are react with water, they will form an alkali or basic solution and liberate the hydrogen gas. Now moving to the second triad which we have given, that is alkaline earth metal. Second triad will be alkaline earth metal group. What are the elements? It will be coming in this group, that is calcium, strontium and barium. So here also all the three elements are having similar properties. That means all these are metals. All the oxides of these are alkaline nature. These all the three elements have valency 2. It is also called as a divalent. And these three elements are triad and also called as alkaline earth metals because these elements oxides are alkaline in nature which existed in the earth crust. So these oxides were called as an alkaline earth and hence alkaline earth metals. Now third triad is the halogen group. Halogen triad or halogen group. Third one is halogen group. In the halogen group, already we have discussed this, that is chlorine, bromine, iodine will come. So the elements chlorine, bromide and iodine also having a similar properties. All these are non-metals. All these elements having valency 1. All these elements react with water and they will form acids. These elements reacts with metal and form salts. So they are called as halogens. Now coming to the limitation of Daubernier classification. What are the limitation of Daubernier classification? He failed to arrange all the elements which are present in his time, and he successfully explained only 3 triads, but whatever the remaining elements are present during his time were not applicable to his law. He failed to explain the group sodium, phosphorus, arsenic, which I already told you, and he does not explain about any trends in the periodicity of elements. So these are the limitation of Daubernier classification. I hope you people are understood, children, and in the next video I will be explaining Newland law of octaves. After Daubernier, he tried to arrange the elements. Till then, keep practicing and keep learning. Thank you.